Chapter 1. You are listening at novelfull.audio. A new book by yours truly. Please be gentle, and I hope you enjoy it. Word to the wise, power down your brain before diving into this story. Seriously, turn off your brain. Brain-eating zombies, stay away. Relax and enjoy the ride. This story is guaranteed to be fun and entertaining. Arg. Shangwanwaner, you snake. You actually betrayed me. In a cramped rental apartment, a gaunt young man shot up in bed, roaring like a cornered animal. Sweat plastered his thin frame. His eyes burned red, and a dark glimmer flashed in his left eye. Huff, huff. Where am I? Didn't I get devoured by those ghosts? The man's name was Lin Haoran, he panted, his eyes darting around the room in confusion. Then, his bloodshot pupils narrowed as he recognized the familiar surroundings. He muttered to himself. This is my old apartment, before that weird online game merged with Earth. Whack. Lin Haoran's eyes widened in disbelief. He slapped himself hard. A bright red mark bloomed on his cheek, it stung, and the sound echoed in the small room, but Lin Haoran was buzzing with excitement, whispering in disbelief. Am I reborn? He grabbed his phone and checked the date, 2/2/2022, Tuesday, weather, cloudy and drizzling. I'm actually reborn. Back to the day before that Doomsday game launched, 2 years ago. His eyes shone with exhilaration. Zhang Lei, Li Shuai, and Shangwanwaner, that backstabbing witch. You teamed up, ambushed me, slaughtered my ghosts, and left me to be devoured by the horde. I suffered unspeakable agony. You deserve to die. You deserve to die. His eyes blazed with fury and a chilling intent. He roared like a beast. Suddenly, a jolt of sharp pain ripped through his left eye. Ag. He clutched his eye, screaming in agony. A viscous black fluid trickled down his face from his left eye. Ignoring the pain, he scrambled to his feet and stumbled toward the bathroom. He reached the mirror. Slowly, he lowered his hand from his left eye. This is the mysterious ghost eye from that secret realm. His breath hitched. His pupil shrank as he stared at his reflection in shock. His left eye was like a ghost's, completely black except for rings of white. A faint black vapor emanated from it, and the terrifying black liquid oozed down his face, but he didn't flinch. He seemed almost used to it. Instead, confusion and doubt filled his eyes. This ghost eye, he'd seen it during the unsealing of a secret realm before his death. How did this ghost eye get here? And why was it reborn with me? Suddenly, a message slammed into his mind from his left eye. Name, reincarnation ghost eye, ghost, qualification. Type, mysterious, level, infinity, loyalty, 100, soul contract, ability, reincarnation, can reincarnate the contractor, uses remaining, 1/1, wheel, can peer into a ghost's past and obtain its information, will illusion, can control enemies with powerful illusions, effectiveness decreases with the disparity between the target and the host, will fruit, heavenly reincarnation, cause and effect cycle, sending the enemy straight to their fruit and devoured by the heavenly way, uses remaining, 3, absorbing the power of samsara karma replenishes uses, description, this eye was dropped by a mysterious ghost. Perhaps it's looking for you. The information washed over Lin Haoran, triggering a tsunami of emotions. Everything suddenly clicked into place. So this ghost brought me back to the past. Unbelievable. He muttered, his eyes wide with shock. Memories flooded his mind. It all started with a game, on February 3, 2022, tomorrow. A bizarre new online game appeared out of nowhere. No one knew who developed it, all they knew was its name, Doomsday Weird Online Game, a fully immersive virtual reality experience. Players only needed to buy a helmet to enter the game, fully immersive virtual reality. The advertisement set the internet ablaze. Everyone was still stuck in the age of mouse and keyboard gaming. This kind of fully immersive virtual reality game was revolutionary. It became an instant global phenomenon. People everywhere scrambled to buy game helmets. In this game, players collected ghosts, subdued them, signed contracts, and then used them to fight. Players could strengthen themselves through contracted ghosts and grow stronger over time, but 2 months later, after all the players had left the newbie village and entered the top 10 ghost cities, the game merged with the Earth, transforming the world into a nightmare realm overrun by ghosts. The ghost energy from the game world flooded the planet, countless ghosts spawned, and they, along with the ones from the game, overwhelmed humanity. Humankind faced an unprecedented crisis of extinction, but luckily, the 20 million players who had entered the game before the apocalypse, thanks to their contracted ghosts, led the effort to build underground shelters and ensure the survival of the human race. In my previous life, I was one of those players. Through sheer luck, I contracted several powerful ghosts. After 2 years of grueling effort, I rose to become the leader of a well-known ghost-slaying organization. I had a woman and a brother whom I loved dearly. I thought I had a bright future. But then I stumbled upon a hidden secret realm. Excited, I took my woman and my brother with me. After overcoming many trials, we finally reached the end and opened a sarcophagus sealed within. Inside was only one thing, the ghost I now embedded in my left eye, and then everything went wrong. I was ambushed, my ghosts were severely injured, the attackers. My beloved woman and my best friend. As Lin Haoran lay dying, his blood dripping onto the empty sarcophagus, he watched his ghosts being ruthlessly slaughtered by his woman and brother. He howled at them in disbelief. Why? Why did you betray me? The two looked down at him with cold indifference, the woman he loved most, Shangguan, and his best brother, Zhonglei. Shangguan gazed down at him with icy eyes and said flatly. Lin Haoran, you offended Li Shuai. We'd all die if we helped you. You're too selfish. We don't want to die yet. If you die, we can live. Li Shuai also said I could be his woman. So. I'm sorry, Haoran. Just think of it as a sacrifice for us. It's better if you die. She waved her hand, and a swarm of evil spirits descended on him. No. You won't get away with this, Lin Haoran screamed. Then, consumed by hatred, his body was devoured bit by the evil spirits. He died in utter agony. Lin Haoran couldn't believe that the woman who had always been his support and encouragement before the end of the world would betray him at the end. He was filled with resentment and despair as he faded into oblivion, but unnoticed, the black ghost eye vanished from the sarcophagus, as if it had never existed. Important note, elite wild ghosts have stronger stats than regular ghosts. 2 ghosts of the same level, one with a regular template and one with an elite template, that will always result in the elite ghost easily killing the regular one. Above the elite template is the boss level, then elite boss, epic boss, legendary boss, abyss boss, and god and demon boss. The higher the template, the stronger the ghost. Chapter 2. You are listening at novelfull.audio. They were so furious, they had to confront each other. Ha ha ha. Lin Haoran cackled in the bathroom, a single tear escaping his right eye. Li Shuai, Zhonglei, and Shangguan. Just you wait. I'm going to make you suffer the kind of pain that comes from being devoured by 1,000 ghosts. Lin Haoran spat out, his eyes wild, teeth clenched. GNI is so beautiful. Just then, Lin Haoran's phone rang. Hoo. He took a deep breath, forcing down the hatred, calming himself. He glanced at the caller ID, a bitter smile touched his lips when he saw the name. It was none other than his darling girlfriend, Shangguan. Lin Haoran chuckled humorlessly and answered. Hello, Haoran, are you on your way? Dinner's starting soon. Xiao Mei and I are riding over with a friend. You'll have to find your own ride. The familiar voice on the other end made his skin crawl. Okay, I'll be there soon. A glint of sarcasm flickered in his eyes as he spoke, then he hung up. His mind raced back to the party tonight. Last time around, he'd gone to this friend's dinner with Shangguan, full of hope, but it had ended with him humiliated, made a complete fool of himself. The embarrassment had been unbearable. It was also where he first met Zhonglei. So you want to play games, huh? Then let's play. Consider this a little down payment on what you owe me. Lin Haoran said, a strange sneer playing on his lips. The Doomsday Weird Online Game didn't launch until tomorrow, and the helmets wouldn't be on sale until then. Now that he was reborn, he was going to make them pay tenfold for the humiliation he suffered. Lin Haoran splashed some water on his face, threw on some clothes, and headed out. 8 p.m. at a small villa. 3 women and 3 men were gathered, barbecuing in the yard. One of the women had a classic oval face, pretty features, and wore light makeup, instantly drawing the eye. "Warner, you look gorgeous tonight." Another woman, plastered with heavy makeup, said enviously to the oval-faced girl. The oval-faced girl, Shangwan Warner, smiled faintly and replied, "Xiao Mei, you look great too." The last woman, on the heavier side and with acne dotting her face, chimed in with a sarcastic tone. "Warner, I heard you have a boyfriend. I wonder who the lucky guy is. Someone we all know and love, right?" The 3 men at the grill perked up at this and began teasing her. "Yeah, we're all dying to know. If I had a girlfriend as beautiful as Warner, I'd break my ribs and make her soup." Ha ha ha. One of the good-looking guys handed Shangwan Warner a roasted chicken wing, saying, "Here you go, Warner." Shangwan Warner glanced at him shyly and reached for the wing. The handsome guy subtly brushed his fingers against Shangwan Warner's delicate hand as he placed the wing in her palm. Shangwan Warner blushed slightly but didn't pull away from the small touch. The handsome guy smirked. "Ooh la la. Zhang Lei, you're playing favorites. You roasted that just for Warner." The heavily made-up woman noticed the exchange and a flash of sarcasm crossed her face before she teased him. "Haha, there's plenty for everyone. Don't worry. The handsome guy, Zhang Lei, was in high spirits and laughed. "Warner, where's your boyfriend at? Don't tell me you're too good for us, are you? We're all dying to see what he looks like." The heavier girl asked Shangwan Warner between bites of barbecue. Before Shangwan Warner could answer, a voice boomed from the yard's gate. "Talking about me." That everyone turned to look towards the entrance. A handsome man in black stood before them. It was Lin Haoran. "Smells good. I'm starving." Lin Haoran walked over to Zhang Lei, sat down, and gave him a weird smile. Then he grabbed a grilled chicken wing and started eating. Zhang Lei, his so-called best friend from the last life. He'd met him here, too. In his previous life, when this group ganged up on him, Zhang Lei had stepped in to help. He'd been so grateful to Zhang Lei. He had stayed in contact with Zhang Lei, and until the Doomsday Weird Online Game merged with the Earth. He had been helping Zhang Lei, catching ghosts for him to sign contracts, giving him resources to upgrade. And even some opportunities for him. Zhang Lei was also very motivated, and soon he and Shangwan Warner became his right-hand men, but he never suspected that the 2 people he trusted most would ultimately betray him. Lin Haoran turned his head slightly and glanced at Shangwan Warner, who looked so young and innocent. A wave of revulsion washed over him. He'd been so blind in his past life. "Haoran, you're here." Shangwan Warner plastered a stiff smile on her face and said to Lin Haoran, "Warner, is this your boyfriend? Why is he wearing such cheap clothes? What does he even do? Does he have a car and a house in Linhai City?" The heavier girl looked Lin Haoran up and down with disdain and questioned Shangwan Warner. The others also gave Lin Haoran strange looks. Ha ha ha. Lin Haoran couldn't help but burst out laughing. Chapter 3. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What's so funny? The fat girl snapped, her face turning sour as she glared at Lin Haoran. "Excuse me. When I looked at you, I was reminded of a pig that came to mind and talked to me." "Feed me," Lin Haoran replied, feigning apology. "Who are you calling a pig?" she shrieked, eyes blazing. All right, let's all just chill, okay?" Zhang Lei interjected, stepping forward. "We're all friends here. Let's just enjoy the barbecue." He shot a quick, calculating glance at Lin Haoran, then, he smiled, extending a hand. "Hey, Haoran, good to meet you. I'm Zhang Lei." Lin Haoran's lips curled slightly as he met Zhang Lei's gaze, his tone laced with meaning. "Nice to meet you, Zhang Lei." From then on, the others kept taking shots at Lin Haoran, but he deflected them all with ease, hitting back even harder. They were left speechless, practically gnashing their teeth in frustration. He wasn't the pushover he'd been in his past life. Back then, he'd crushed countless villains like them. Haoran. I need to use the restroom, Shangguan said, her cheeks flushed. A strange look flickered in her eyes as she grabbed her phone and headed for the bathroom. A subtle dark glint flashed in Lin Haoran's left eye as he casually picked up Shangguan's real phone, opened WeChat, and began scrolling through her messages. The phone she'd taken was just an illusion, created by the reincarnation ghost eye. Lin Haoran scanned her chat history with Zhang Lei, his eyes hardening with murderous intent. So, that's the deal. You guys have been at it for a while, haven't you? I was cuckolded for over 2 years in my last life. And I was stupid enough to think you were my favorite women and closest brothers. Ha ha ha. Damn you, that his rage threatened to break free. He wanted to kill the two of them right then and there. Can't let them get away with it so easily. I'll make you experience the same pain, the feeling of being devoured by thousands of ghosts. I'll let you live in despair before you slowly die. Lin Haoran forced down his fury and thought to himself. Huh. Where's Zhang Lei? Someone asked. Think he went to the bathroom too. Lin Haoran smirked, slowly getting to his feet and heading for the restroom. As he approached the bathroom, he could hear hurried whispers, a man and a woman's voices. His face remained blank. Spotting a pair of teddy dogs in the yard, a strange smile crept across his face. A few minutes later, Lin Haoran returned to his seat, his left eye now a strange, pitch-black orb. The others, still drinking, seemed oblivious to his presence. Ah! Warner, Zhang Lei. What are you doing? Suddenly, a horrified scream echoed from inside the villa. Everyone jumped up, rushing towards the sound. What's wrong? What happened? They crowded around the bathroom door and stared in disbelief at what they saw. Shangguan and Zhang Lei were inside, but the truly shocking thing was that Zhang Lei was going at it with a female teddy, and Shangguan was going at it with a male teddy. Shangguan's face was flushed, seemingly lost in the moment. Zhang Lei was ranting, little slut, you were putting on a good show out there, pretending to be a perfect girlfriend. Your boyfriend's clueless, ha ha ha. That he continued to rave crazily, and the teddy yelped in both pain and ecstasy. The onlookers were absolutely dumbfounded. The bizarre scene defied all comprehension. Lin Haoran's lips twitched in a twisted smile as he deactivated the reincarnation ghost eye. Shangguan and Zhang Lei snapped back to reality. All. Shangguan saw the teddy bear in front of her and screamed in terror. Zhang Lei stared at the teddy in front of him, his face a mask of horror, his mind reeling. He had no idea what was going on. Warner. Zhang Lei, you. The others could only stare at them, disgust plain on their faces. No. It's not what it looks like. Shangguan and Zhang Lei were both panicking. Shangguan was on the verge of a breakdown. Tears streamed down her face. How could she process something so world-shattering? This can't be happening, this can't be happening, that she wailed, heartbroken, as if she was lost in a madhouse. She knew her reputation was ruined forever. Zhang Lei's face was ashen. Seeing the looks of revulsion directed at him, he wanted to die. At that moment, Lin Haoran was already walking away from the villa, a cold smile playing on his lips. This is just the beginning. He muttered. When the Doomsday Weird Online Game merges with the Earth, it'll be your turn to be tortured to death by thousands of ghosts. Enjoy what's left of your miserable lives. I'm going to make sure you know what true despair feels like. Lin Haoran glanced back at the villa, then turned and walked away without another look. In his mind, they were already dead, just waiting for the inevitable. Today was just a down payment. He wanted Shangguan and Zhang Lei to live in shame and be despised for the next 2 months, before he came back to settle the score. Warm reminder, this pair of dogs and men will die, and die very miserably. Please be patient. Chapter 4. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The old man was stoked. That night, back in his crummy apartment, Lin Haoran stared at the ceiling. This reincarnation ghost eye is seriously weird. The Doomsday Weird Online Game and Earth haven't even merged yet, and it's already here. And the qualification level is a total mystery. He reached up and touched the strange black eye, a frown creasing his forehead. In the Doomsday Weird Online Game, ghosts have qualifications and levels. A ghost's qualifications determine how powerful it can ultimately become. Ghost qualifications, from worst to best, are F, E, D, C, B, A, S, SS, SSS-level ghosts are the bottom of the barrel, the weakest of the weak. They're basically ghost fodder. They can't even break level 9, so, their levels range from 1 to 9. E-level ghosts are a bit tougher, stronger than your average run-of-the-mill ghost, leveling from 10 to 19. D-level, 20-29. C-level, 30-39. B-level, 40-49. A-level, 50-59. S-level, 60-69. SS-level, 70-79. SSS-level, 80-89. Qualifications are everything. An F-level ghost is stuck. Without a miracle, it'll never see level 10, plus, the better the qualification, the stronger the ghost stats and abilities. High-level ghosts are a hot commodity, everyone wants to get their hands on one. Whatever, this ghost is soul bonded to me anyway, and its loyalty is maxed out. I've got a powerful ghost on my side, and I know what's coming. Who can even touch me? No one. This time around, I'm going to be the strongest. I'm taking control of my destiny. He licked his lips, excitement bubbling inside him. His reincarnation ghost I might be a mystery, but it came with 4 abilities. SSS-level ghosts, the best of the best, usually only get 3, and each one of his abilities was insanely powerful, like sending him back in time. That alone puts him leagues ahead of any SSS-level ghost. Plus, he can see ghost stats and mess with people's minds. But the last one. Will fruit. It's like the freaking wheel of reincarnation. Basically, unless you're immortal, you're going to die someday. This ability just fast-forwards you to that day. And it's got infinite levels. That's the scary part. Level 1 or 89, doesn't matter. In front of the wheel of reincarnation, everyone's equal. This reincarnation ghost eye is just too much. Off the charts, completely broken. He glanced at his phone. Midnight. The Doomsday Weird Online Game helmets go on sale tomorrow. Lucky for him, one of the sales spots is in a mall near his place. That's how he snagged one in his last life. This time, they're dropping 20 million helmets worldwide. Only the ones who grab a helmet will stand a chance when the game merges with Earth in 2 months. Gotta get some sleep. Gonna buy a helmet tomorrow. Dive in, and grab every opportunity one can. He was an orphan, raised in the system, a total loner. In his last life, he fell hard for that bitch, and she broke him. The one woman he ever loved. A woman? A brother? Ha! This time, anyone who gets in my way is dead. A cruel smile twisted his lips, and he drifted off. Night passed uneventfully. He was up at dawn. He checked his phone. The internet was flooded with ads for Doomsday Weird Online Game, and sales bases for the helmets were popping up everywhere, like it was all planned. He got to the nearby mall early, his left eye back to normal so he wouldn't freak anyone out. The staff was just setting up the displays when he walked up, slapped down 3,000 yuan, and said, "I'll take one." The staff looked at him, stunned. "We're not even open yet." One of them twitched, grabbed the helmet, and handed it over. "Here you go. Let me explain how it works." "Don't need to." He cut him off and walked away. The staff exchanged confused glances. He got back to his apartment, plugged in the helmet, and fired it up. He knew the first one in got a privilege, and he had to be first. That privilege was key to his plan. Chapter 5. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After a while, they were both panicking. Lin Haoran got back to his place, plugged everything in, powered up the gaming helmet, connected it, and slapped it on. Blackness. Then, he was sucked into a void, like blasting through a dark tunnel into another world. Buzz. A ringing sound. He blinked, finding himself in a cramped, shadowy room. Ding dong. Congrats, player. You're the first to enter Doomsday Weird Online. You get a perk. Players can choose their starter village and get intel on hidden ghosts. Choose your starter village. A low, raspy voice echoed in Lin Haoran's ears. Without skipping a beat, he barked, Village number 4. Ding dong. Choice locked. Ding dong. Teleporting to Novice Village 4, Ghost Queen's Castle. Ding dong. Hidden ghost info is in your system inventory. Check it out. Buzz. The system voice faded, his vision blurred, and he felt like he was falling. Next thing he knew, he was standing in a village. He scanned the surroundings. The sky was dark, the village was a dump, and everything was choked by old vines. Caw, caw, caw. A bunch of black crows perched on dead trees, their creepy eyes fixed on Lin Haoran. Hey, kid, can you do me a solid? An old voice croaked behind him. He turned to see a wizened old dude with liver spots, looking at him with this weird gleam in his eye. Above his head, it read, Novice Village 4 Chief, Ghost Old Man. Each village has a chief, and players can score a ghost collecting quest from them. Completing the quest gets you your first ghost. Word of caution, players can generally only contract 6 ghosts, that's because a human soul can only handle a maximum of 6 contracts. Go over that, and your soul implodes, but there's always an exception. Back in the day, there was this one guy who could command countless ghosts. Everyone envied him. He became a top dog in the new world. Call sign, Ghost Father. And now, Lin Haoran was there to snatch Ghost Father's lucky break. Heh. Ghost Father, let me take care of your ghost wife and your ghost kids for you. A glint flashed in Lin Haoran's eyes. Lin Haoran, on hearing the ghost old man's request, casually said. Nah, I'm good right now, catch me later. The old man was left scratching his head as Lin Haoran took off. He pulled up the system map and found a castle icon glowing red. Underneath, it blared, evil ghosts. Extreme danger. His eyes lit up. That's it, the Ghost Queen's castle. A ghost queen lives in that castle. She's beautiful, talented, and seriously scary. Back in the previous life, Ghost Father was stuck in this starter village when he stumbled into the castle and met her, and get this, the Ghost Queen was a total sap. Ghost Father sweet-talked his way into her heart, and boom. He hit the big time. Everyone talked about it, saying some pig got to eat all the cake. The castle was perched on the highest mountain in the starter village, desolate. Quiet as a tomb. Not even a crow around, dead animals everywhere, crawling with nasty bugs. Tap, tap, tap. Footsteps broke the silence. Lin Haoran walked towards the blood-red castle, stone-faced. He sucked in a breath and pushed the door open. Squeak. The blood-red door creaked open, revealing a lavishly decorated hall, out of sync with the wasteland outside. He stepped inside. Tap, tap, tap. He walked deeper into the hall and spotted a woman in red robes sitting on a throne, eyes closed, like she was asleep. He froze. She was beautiful, seriously beautiful. Her eyebrows arched like pomegranate blossoms, her skin was pure white, and her waist was tiny. She was drop-dead gorgeous, the kind of woman who could make fish forget to swim, geese fall from the sky, and the moon hide behind the clouds. See the first page for pics. The Ghost Queen. That's a face that can ruin lives. No wonder Ghost Father made her wear a veil. Lin Haoran had seen his fair share of crazy, so he snapped out of it. He stared at the woman on the throne, his left eye twitched, morphing into a freaky black eye with a circle in the middle, his reincarnation ghost eye. Instantly, the Ghost Queen's stats flashed in his head. That was his reincarnation ghost eye's second skill, the Wheel of Rebirth. Name, Yenho Ghost Emperor. Rank, SS. Type, rule-based. Level, 10. Skills. Yenho Ghost Generation. After mating with the opposite sex, she can constantly pop out ghost kids. The kids will be at least A rank, and their skills are random. The ghost kids are totally loyal to the mom, and the mom can jack their skills. Soulmate, Yenho Ghost Emperor is a love machine. She shares her soul with her partner, lives and dies together, and does whatever he says. Ghost info, she used to be an empress. Her beauty drove other countries wild, and they eventually wiped out her kingdom. To keep them from defiling her body, she torched herself in her castle. Her resentment turned her into the Yenho Ghost Emperor 1,000 years later. She's been living solo in this castle for centuries. Cold on the outside, but warm on the inside. She wants someone to be with and is looking for love. Once she's hooked, she's all yours for life, and she'll be your ride or die. Chapter 6. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The Ghost King was beyond pissed. Hiss. Seeing the Ghost King's stats made Lin Haoran suck in a breath of cold air. Seriously strong. Insanely strong. That's all he could think. Bingo, it's this ghost. The Ghost Father uses the Yenho Ghost King to pump out powerful ghost heirs. Then, through her, he indirectly controls those heirs, becoming the Ghost Father to countless ghosts. Lin Haoran's eyes burned as he stared at the Yenho Ghost King on her throne, practically itching to snag her, and kick off his own ghost-breeding empire. To get stronger, to survive, who cares if you have to off a few ghosts? Back in the day, Ning Kaichen offed ghosts left and right. This is the 21st century, what's the big deal? Plus, this Yenho Ghost Emperor is smoking hot. He figured plenty of people in his past life had some interesting relationships with ghosts. This Yenho Ghost Emperor's got SS-level qualifications. I've hit the freaking jackpot. Lin Haoran was stoked. In his previous life, he'd scraped by death so many times, and the best ghost he could contract was A-level. That alone made him a big shot, the envy of everyone. He wouldn't even dream of an SS-level ghost, and this one's a rule-based ghost, no less. Ghosts break down like this: physical ghosts, elemental ghosts, rule-based ghosts, and then those freaky mysterious ghosts. Physical ghosts are simple enough, they're based on physical stuff, like diamond ghosts, stone ghosts, cyclops ghosts, etc. Elemental ghosts are a step up because they can use elemental attacks. Examples: fire ghosts, snow girl ghosts, drowning ghosts, lightning ghosts, etc. Rule-based ghosts are rarer and way more powerful than elemental ghosts. They're a pain in the butt to deal with. They've got a mastery of some specific rule, like right now, the Yenho Ghost Emperor's got the rule of reproducing offspring. There are also ghosts that can teleport instantly, ghosts that drain life force, and so on. As for those mysterious ghosts, well, the name says it all, mysterious with a capital M. His own reincarnation Ghost Eye is one of those. But what really threw Lin Haoran for a loop was this: when he checked his attribute panel, the number of contracted ghosts was showing 0. His info panel read, name, Ludao, Lin Haoran chose it temporarily when he entered the game, gender, male, age, 24, level 1, contracted ghost, none, ghost, none, system backpack, parchment, description, level 1 weakling. Level up quick, or you'll be ghost chow. So, even this Doomsday Weird Online Game doesn't recognize that I've got a ghost hanging out in my left eye. What the heck is this reincarnation Ghost Eye? It's seriously screwed up. Lin Haoran mused to himself. Who are you? Just as Lin Haoran was lost in thought, a clear, melodious voice cut through the air. Lin Haoran jumped and looked towards the throne. The Yenho Ghost Emperor had opened her gorgeous eyes and was staring at him, her face like ice. Lin Haoran was caught off guard. He hadn't expected her to wake up, but he was ready for this. He'd spent the morning digging up every cheesy pickup line he could find. He vowed to make this Ice Queen Ghost Emperor melt. Ahem. Hey there, beautiful. It's not who I am that matters. It's that I've got a heart that's burning for you. I could feel your heat all the way from a couple hundred yards away. I just had to come bask in your glow. Lin Haoran strolled towards the Ghost Emperor, step by step. Nailed it. He thought smugly. Ha! She's practically swooning already. Worth getting up early to memorize all these lines. No way any woman can resist this level of charm. Lin Haoran was clueless, really. In his past life, even Shangguan Wan'er had chased after him, so he was absolutely clueless when it came to love. The Yenho Ghost Emperor on the throne lowered her head, trembling ever so slightly. Lin Haoran grinned. Ah, so innocent. She's so flustered, she's shaking all over. Looks like this love master took her down in one shot. Lin Haoran reached the Ghost Emperor and suddenly felt a bone-chilling cold coming from her, along with some serious bloodlust. Startled, Lin Haoran looked down at the Ghost Emperor. Her face was like a glacier, her eyes blazing with hatred. Boom! A massive surge of ghost energy exploded from the Yanho Ghost Emperor. She glared at Lin Haoran, her teeth grinding, and spat. Did you just call me easy? You've got a death wish. Die. The Yanho Ghost Emperor raised her razor-sharp ghost claws, ready to rip Lin Haoran's heart out. Lin Haoran's mind went blank, then the ultimate scumbag move flashed into his head. He didn't hesitate for a second, because hesitation meant certain death. Lin Haoran grabbed the Ghost Emperor, pulled her close, and kissed her full on the mouth, forcing her stunned teeth apart and kissing her like a man possessed. So cold, so soft, those were the only two words that managed to form in his mind. The Yanho Ghost King seemed paralyzed, letting Lin Haoran kiss her senseless. The whole castle went silent in an instant, except for the sound of their lips locking. Chapter 7. You are listening at novelfull.audio. They were so close, it was unbearable. Huff, huff, huff. After 10 minutes, Lin Haoran finally broke the kiss, pulling away from the Ghost Emperor Yanho. He gasped, trying to catch his breath. He almost kissed a female ghost to death. Who would believe that? Lin Haoran stared at the Ghost Emperor Yanho, her face flushed, her eyes still glazed over. A flicker of unease went through him. This was the ultimate pickup artist move he'd learned online, the forced kiss. He wondered if it had worked. Ahem. Lin Haoran coughed, trying to break the tension. Girl. I'm sorry, he stammered, but before he could finish, a delicate hand covered his lips. The Ghost Emperor Yanho looked up at him, shyly. You don't have to say anything. You've taken my first kiss. You have to be responsible for me. Gulp. Lin Haoran swallowed hard, the Ghost Emperor Yanho's soft, clingy voice doing a number on him. Excitement flared in his eyes. Even a clueless guy would know the Ghost Emperor Yanho had fallen for his killer move. That really lives up to the hype, the ultimate pickup artist technique. So powerful. It actually worked on an SS-level Ghost Emperor. Lin Haoran thought, buzzing with adrenaline. Lin Haoran, barely containing his excitement, nodded at the Ghost Queen. Okay, from now on, you're my wife, Lin Haoran's wife. Husband. Tears welled in the Ghost Queen of Yanho's eyes as she spoke his name, her voice soft and shy. Then, a surge of white light poured out from her and shot into Lin Haoran's body. Ding dong. Ghost Emperor Yanho wants to form a soulmate contract with you. Do you accept? After signing, you will become true partners, bound together in life and death. Ghost Emperor Yanho will trust you unconditionally and become your most loyal wife. Do you accept? The system notification rang in Lin Haoran's ears. Without hesitation, he said, accept the contract. Boom! As soon as the words left his mouth, a deafening roar exploded in Lin Haoran's mind. A white ball of light from within him merged with the one emanating from the Ghost Emperor Yanho. Ding dong. Contract established. Ding dong. Congratulations. You have successfully formed a contract with the Ghost, Yanho Ghost Emperor. Ding dong. Congratulations. You are the first player to contract a ghost in this game. You receive a special reward, Ghost qualification upgraded by 1 level. Ding dong. Congratulations. Your Ghost, Yanho Ghost Emperor's, qualification has been upgraded to SSS-level. Ding dong. Due to the upgrade of your Ghost, Yanho Ghost Emperor's, qualification, her abilities have also changed. Please review them. The cascade of system notifications left Lin Haoran reeling. He checked the Yanho Ghost Emperor's info again, his eyes widening in disbelief. Everything had changed. Name, Yanho Ghost Emperor. Qualification, SSS. Type, rule-based. Level, 10. Contract, soul contract, never betray. Loyalty, 100. abilities. Ghost generation. After mating with a member of the opposite sex, ghost offspring can be continuously produced. The qualifications of these offspring will be no lower than A-level, and their abilities will be random. However, while the mother is pregnant, she can consume ghost crystals to increase the chances of offspring inheriting her abilities. These offspring are unconditionally obedient to their mother, and she can utilize their abilities. Soulmate. The ghost queen of the derivative post is completely love-struck. She shares her soul with her partner, bound together in life and death, and completely obeys him. The offspring of the ghost queen also exhibit the same absolute obedience towards her partner, and her partner gains one of the abilities of each offspring. Love transmission. The ghost queen of the derivative post can temporarily transmit all of her power, along with her unique abilities, to her partner. Ghost information, omitted. Lin Haoran stared at the ghost queen of the derivative post's info, speechless. An SSS-level ghost. 3 insane abilities. Who can stand in my way, Lin Haoran, now? Ha ha ha. Lin Haoran laughed to himself, bursting with excitement. The Ghost Emperor Yenho's original abilities had been amplified to epic proportions, and he could even gain the abilities of their ghost offspring. With powers this tempting, he'd be a fool not to spend more time with the Ghost Emperor Yenho. Lin Haoran gazed at the Ghost Emperor Yenho's beautiful face, her shy expression igniting something within him. He couldn't hold back any longer. Today, Ning Kaichen had made up his mind. He pulled the Ghost Emperor Yenho down beneath him, and soon the entire palace was filled with moving voices. Every voice was pleasant to the ears, every word was beautiful. Chapter 8. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After a long while, the river calmed. An hour later, Lin Haoran left the castle satisfied. The Ghost Emperor Yenho was now a ghost pattern tattooed over his heart. These ghost patterns are special tattoos formed when a player contracts with a ghost. They can appear or revert to a tattoo at any time, which is pretty handy. Yenho had told him she was pregnant, nurturing a ghost heir, and needed to rest for a few days until the birth. Lin Haoran couldn't help but smirk. The Yenho Ghost Emperor's fertilization and gestation were incredibly fast. If it took 10 months to birth a ghost heir, she wouldn't be an SSS-level ghost. Back in Novice Village, it was packed. Almost everyone was in the game, eyes wide with excitement and curiosity, experiencing this new, totally immersive virtual world. Wow, it's so real. This game is legit, 100% virtual reality. I'm blown away. Ha ha ha. I can't believe this kind of game actually exists. I thought it was a scam. It's too real. The smells, the sights, the sounds, even the dog crap on the ground smells just like the real deal. Hold up, did you just say you've tasted dog crap? Dude, seriously? What does dog crap smell like? You guys are disgusting. Hey, everyone, come see the village elder for your first quest. The tutorial says we can get a ghost catching quest from him and contract our first ghost. Alright. Ghost ladies, here I come. Lin Haoran watched the naive faces, a flicker of coldness in his eyes. Even though he knew the Doomsday Weird Online Game would merge with Earth in 2 months, he'd stop trusting anyone. He wouldn't tell them a thing. What did he care about their lives? Lin Haoran approached the village elder, a ghostly old man, his face grim. Village elder, I'm here for a quest. The old man, face covered in dark spots, glanced almost imperceptibly at Lin Haoran's chest. Then he looked up. Ah, it's you. I have 3 difficult quests available. Which one do you want? Difficult, Lin Haoran said immediately. The novice ghost catching quests had 3 difficulty levels: simple, difficult, and difficult. The simple quest was a cakewalk. You could practically do it in your sleep, defeating a weak, kunkant ghost, a chicken ghost, a duck ghost, you name it, but the only ghosts you could contract were weak, usually F-level. The difficult quest required some skill and brains. Completing it earned you a D-level ghost. The difficult quest was seriously tough. If you weren't strong and smart, you wouldn't stand a chance. Every ghost had a weakness. Exploit it, and you could beat someone much stronger than yourself. For example, the Ghost Emperor Yenho was a sucker for love. Give her what she wanted, and you could get her to join you. Completing the difficult quest usually got you a C or even B level ghost. Oh. You sure about that? The old ghost man's eyes twinkled. I'm sure. I want the difficult ghost-catching mission. Lin Haoran's face remained impassive. Alright then. There's a small courtyard west of the village where strange things have been happening. Villagers have even gone missing. Young man, find out what kind of ghost is causing the trouble and bring it back to me. Then you'll complete the task. That the old ghost man pulled a small gourd from his robes, handed it to Lin Haoran, and said, "This is a ghost-trapping gourd. It can hold weak ghosts or those that enter willingly." A flicker of dark light flashed in Lin Haoran's left eye, and the gourd's information appeared in his mind. Name, ghost-trapping gourd. Type, D-level ghost. Effect, can trap weak ghosts, or ghosts that enter voluntarily. In the game, there were many kinds of ghosts. Some were man-made, others were born from the ghost energy of the world. These ghosts had different levels, like ghost qualifications. F, E, D, C, B, A, S, SS, SSS. The higher the level, the greater the ghost's power and abilities. In his previous life, after the Doomsday Weird Online Game merged with Earth, objects charged with energy easily turned into ghosts, especially in tombs. The Dragon Country's national treasure, the Simu Wuding, was corrupted by powerful ghosts and became an SSS-level ghost with incredible powers. A player obtained it and rose to become one of the strongest, known as the Medicine Ghost King, that showed how terrifying high-level ghosts could be. Chapter 9. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The ghost was trapped. Trapped in a gourd, ding dong. You've received a challenging ghost hunting quest, Haunted House, Head to the courtyard west of the village and fulfill the village elder's request to complete the mission, The system's voice echoed in Lin Haoran's mind. Clutching the ghost-trapping gourd, Lin Haoran set off towards the west side of the village. The ghost elder watched Lin Haoran leave, an unreadable expression clouding his eyes. What was he thinking? Lin Haoran followed the path leading west. He passed numerous players in the woods chasing a tiny ghost with black suspenders and a wooden root. This little ghost was known as the Kunkan Ghost, a low-level spirit. The Kunkan Ghost was about as strong as a human, but it possessed one remarkable skill, playing ball. Toss it a ball, and it'll toss it right back. These players were clearly on the easy ghost-collecting mission. Ignoring them, Lin Haoran continued through the dim, damp woods until he finally spotted the small, dilapidated courtyard the ghost elder had described. Rotten talismans hung haphazardly around the doorway. Crows. Lin Haoran's face remained impassive. He pushed open the weathered wooden door, creak, whoosh, whoosh, a gust of cold wind swept through the courtyard, scattering leaves and dust. He. A chilling giggle echoed from inside the house. Lin Haoran, unfazed, stepped inside. He found himself in a crumbling living room. A table held several spirit tablets, and the offering was a badly decayed human head. Its shrunken eyes were wide with terror, and a foul stench filled the air. He. The eerie giggle sounded again, seeming to come from right behind him. He. The piercing laughter rang beside Lin Haoran's ear. Calmly, Lin Haoran turned. He saw a woman in red, her long hair obscuring her face, but revealing a single, malevolent red eye that stared at him hungrily. He. She cackled. Lin Haoran's left eye instantly displayed the ghost's data. Name, woman in red. Tier, C. Type, physical. Level, 8. Abilities. Red claws, use razor-sharp claws to inflict severe damage. Ghost info, 10 years ago, she lived happily with her parents in this house. One night, a limping man asked to stay the night. He saw her, and his intentions turned dark. He brutally murdered her parents and tortured her to death. Her lingering resentment turned her into a vengeful spirit, but she fears mirrors because the man disfigured her face. Seeing her reflection sends her into a frenzy. Hidden quest, help the woman in red find the man who murdered her parents and violated her, and you'll receive a special reward. Lin Haoran's eyes widened slightly as he read the hidden quest. My reincarnation ghost. I can uncover hidden quests. That's insane, ugh, talking to ghosts about science, He. The woman in red noticed Lin Haoran standing motionless, is he underestimating me, guess I'll eat him, she lunged at Lin Haoran, her spectral claws glinting, buzz, Lin Haoran's left eye snapped open, revealing a dark, otherworldly eye with a white circle. A wave of terrifying energy washed over the woman in red, she froze. Her single red eye locked on Lin Haoran's left eye in terror, as if seeing something unspeakable. This was the reincarnation ghost eye's third ability, Wheel of Illusion. It could create illusions and even control enemies. Lin Haoran had only been testing it, but he'd managed to dominate this level 8 spirit, and I'm only level 1, this is crazy, Lin Haoran mentally cheered. I can help you find the man who killed your parents and tortured you, suppressing his excitement, Lin Haoran spoke to the woman in red, a flicker of light in his right eye, her red pupil dilated. She stared at Lin Haoran, shock and a glimmer of hope in her eyes. He. A hoarse whisper escaped her throat. Lin Haoran deactivated his ghost eye. The woman in red regained control and immediately prostrated herself before him, knocking her head to the floor repeatedly. He. Her voice was a pleading cry. If you trust me, enter this gourd. Lin Haoran held out the ghost-trapping gourd, speaking calmly. The woman in red glanced at the gourd, a flash of hesitation in her eye, but then she steeled herself, turning into a wisp of light and darting into the gourd, ding dong. Congratulations. You've completed the ghost-trapping mission. Return the woman in red to the village elder to claim your reward, The system's chime sounded in Lin Haoran's ears, expressionless. Lin Haoran left the courtyard. He wanted the mission reward, and the hidden one. He already had 2 clues. First, the limping man. Second, the novice village. The novice village was like an island, surrounded by impenetrable fog. People were stuck there. Even players could only escape by completing the final trial, which meant, the man who killed the woman in red 10 years ago had to be from this village. Chapter 10. You are listening at novelfull.audio. When Lin Haoran got back to the village, it was bustling with players, their chatter and laughter injecting some life into the otherwise dreary place. As he walked in, he noticed quite a few villagers, men, women, old, and young. He spotted a kid praying under a big tree, and something tugged at his heart. He walked over and asked, "Hey kid, what are you doing?" The kid glanced up, then went back to praying, saying, "My mom's been missing for a day. Dad says a ghost killed her, but I don't believe it. She's gotta be alive. I'm praying for her to come back." This could be a quest, Lin Haoran thought, surprised by his luck. He hadn't started in Novice Village number 4 in his previous life, so he didn't know much about it. But if there's a quest, you take it. That's rule number 1, he smiled gently and said, "I might be able to help you find your mom." You can help me. The kid looked up, hope shining in his eyes, ding dong. Quest triggered, find the child's mother. She disappeared north of the village. Explore that area for clues, Lin Haoran smiled. Yeah, don't worry. I'll help you. Thank you, mister. The kid said, beaming. Lin Haoran patted his head, squatted down, and whispered, "Hey, can you tell me something? Is there an old guy in the village with a limp?" The kid tilted his head. "Uncle Tai, I think. He lives alone and runs the blacksmith shop." He looked up at Lin Haoran curiously. "Why do you want to know about Uncle Tai?" "Oh, someone needs to see him." Inside the blacksmith shop in Novice Village, the clang of hammer on metal rang out. A lame man was working the red-hot iron with a heavy hammer. He suddenly stopped, turning towards the door where a man was standing. "Looking to buy a weapon?" he asked in a raspy voice. Lin Haoran looked at the old man, maybe 60, his face a roadmap of wrinkles. He walked into the shop. "Not here to buy anything. I'm looking for someone." The lame man frowned. "Who?" Lin Haoran stared at him. "The family who lived in that little house west of the village. Husband, wife, and daughter." Bang, asterisk the hammer slipped from the lame man's grip and clattered to the floor. His face paled. He quickly picked it up, forcing a smile. Sorry, just old age setting in. Lin Haoran knew he'd found his man. He fixed his gaze on the blacksmith. 10 years ago, you used that hammer to beat that little girl's parents to death, didn't you? Then you raped her, tortured her, and ruined her face. Sweat beaded on the lame man's forehead. He stared at Lin Haoran in shock. How could he possibly know? It was 10 years ago. He thought he'd gotten away with it. Who are you? What proof do you have? Don't talk nonsense. He gripped the hammer tightly, his eyes narrowed and burning with murderous intent. Proof. This is the proof. Lin Haoran opened the ghost-trapping gourd, and a crimson figure materialized in the room, the woman in red. The moment she saw the lame man, her eyes blazed with rage, locking onto him. Ghost. The lame man screamed, stumbling backward. He. The woman in red slowly pushed aside her matted hair, revealing her disfigured face, her blood-red eyes boring into him. You're a ghost. You're supposed to be dead. I killed you with my own hands. This has to be some kind of nightmare. The lame man scrambled away, muttering to himself, his face contorted with terror. He. The woman in red lunged at him. A final, desperate cry echoed through the room, followed by the sickening sound of tearing flesh. Lin Haoran waited patiently. He. He turned to see the woman in red, covered in blood and gore, a palpable aura of carnage radiating from her. He. Relief washed over her face as she looked at Lin Haoran. She opened her mouth and gently floated a glowing bead into his outstretched hand. Lin Haoran's left eye flared with black light as information flooded his mind. Name, Ghost Embryo, type, A-level ghost star. Effect. Ghosts below S-level can increase their potential by up to 2 levels after consuming a ghost embryo, but cannot exceed S-level, star. Ghost information, born from the corrupted Yin Qi within the woman in red after she was violated. A dead fetus remains a dead fetus,